Speak Out Upper Intermediate, Unit 2.1 Grammar, Present Perfect Simple and Continuous. Hello friends! In this video lesson, we're going to study and practice the present perfect simple and present perfect continuous tenses. And in the end, I'm going to give you some options for further study and practice. As a start, let's look at the general content of these tenses. We form the present perfect simple with have, has plus past participle. I've never been to Australia. We form the present perfect continuous with have, has plus been plus ing form. It's been snowing since 10 o'clock this morning. Notice the difference between two meanings. She's waiting for customers to present her project now. She's worked hard for the project. It's about life experiences or recent events that are still important now. It emphasizes the activity. She started working on the first day of the month and she's been working on the project all month since then. It's for events in the past that are still important now, but it emphasizes the duration of the activity. Now, let's take a closer look at the meaning. We use perfect tenses to connect the past and the present, as in, the museum has just opened, which means it's open now. People have been arriving in large numbers, which means they are still arriving now. We can use either the present perfect simple or the present perfect continuous with since or for when something started in the past and continues now, or is repeated up to now. They've studied or they've been studying here for about a year now. She's been singing that song a lot since she first heard it. Remember that often there is no important difference, especially with verbs such as work, live, study, do. She's done or she's been doing glasswork in her cottage for a few years. They've lived or they've been living in Manchester since 2010. Now, let's study when we prefer the present perfect simple. We use it to focus on the result of an action. I still haven't got the acceptance email. Also, with actions which are short and complete, such as drop, start, finish, leave, break, lose. The kids have broken Granny's favorite vase. And with state verbs like be, have, know, understand to talk about an unfinished situation. They've known each other since primary school. Have you understood the writer's point of view? Present perfect simple often answers how many, how much, and how far questions to emphasize a completed action or result. Our team has collected 120 liters of garbage today. He has run 3 kilometers. I've raised £5,000 so far. We especially need it when we talk about how many times something has happened. I've seen that documentary twice. As an important point, we often use the present perfect simple, not the present perfect continuous, to announce news for the first time. Have you heard? She's broken up with her boyfriend. Now, shall we look at when we prefer the present perfect continuous? We use the present perfect continuous to focus on the doing of the action itself. I've been working on this project for weeks. And to emphasize that an action has continued for a long time or is repeated, often with verbs of duration such as wait, stay, run, play, sit, stand, write. How long have the cats been staying still? She's been writing a message for almost an hour. Also, when there is present evidence of a recent longer activity, we use the present perfect continuous. You're out of breath. Have you been looking for something? There's chocolate around his mouth. Yes, he's been eating ice cream. We use it to focus on how long something has taken. He's been writing a suspense book for 10 years. Finally, for repeated actions, when we don't say specifically how many times they have, we need present perfect continuous. We often use phrases such as all day and recently in these tenses. She's been trying to talk to the boss all day. Now, let's practice these tenses together. Here, you're expected to complete the sentences with the present perfect simple or present perfect continuous. Pause the video, do the exercises, then resume the recording. Let's check your answers. How long have you owned a laptop? Own is a state verb. How many classes have you missed this term? It asks how many. Have you ever studied abroad? General life experience with ever. Your sister is covered in mud. What has she been doing? There is present evidence. We've been going to the USA once or twice a year since we bought a house there. A repeated action, and the emphasis is on the duration. I've probably been to the USA about 20 times. It answers how many times, and the emphasis is on the activity. She hasn't swum in the sea since her childhood. The emphasis is on the activity. She hasn't been swimming much recently. The emphasis is on the duration. Also, recently shows a temporary situation, so continuous form is used. Here are 6 more exercises. Again, pause the video, do the exercises, and then resume the recording. I've been cleaning all morning. I'm fed up. It focuses on the doing of the action. Sorry about the mess. I've been baking. The focus is on the doing of the action. She's eaten 5 pieces of cake. It answers how many question. Hi Judy, I've lost my purse. Can you give me a lift? It's a short and completed action. Jake has cooked dinner. Let's go and eat. It focuses on the result of the action. I've been reading this novel all day. It's very gripping, but I'm only on chapter 2. It's a repeated action, and it answers how long question. In this practice, you'll read a text and fill each gap with present perfect simple or present perfect continuous with the verbs given in brackets. Pause the video, do the exercises, then resume the recording. Now, check your answers and study each sentence to better understand the difference between the focus on duration and focus on action. Finally, to get better at the use of these 2 tenses, look at the exercises in your pack and My English Lab. You can also go to the link here and find more exercises. Also, here is a writing task for you. After writing it, you can get feedback from your teacher. Goodbye, friends.